All right, Kenman here, and today we are about to witness something obscene. Brought to you from the Mr. Eddie collection. Another sponsored video from my man, Mr. Eddie. I'm not usually sponsored. I purchase everything at retail price. I do these videos because I love discussing knives and sharing info and ideas with others. If you have any questions or thoughts, please feel free to comment below. In this case, my man, Mr. Eddie, knife collector, knife builder, and creator. He made this knife right here. He makes a lot of cool, interesting stuff, but he also has quite an amazing and impressive collections of knives. And he was gracious enough to loan me several to kind of go through and share with you all. I have a little playlist. I'll have it linked down below. I also have all of Mr. Eddie's YouTube, Instagram links down there as well. Go check him out. But here we go. Let's go. Something obscene in a literal sense. All right. Exciting, exciting. Okay. This is the Something Obscene OG Nemley cleaver. There's the card. A little extra hardware. And there she is. Gorgeous. All right, let's get this stuff out of our way. And there it is. Who knows anything about Something Obscene? They definitely are on the verge of obscenity. Boom. Look at that cleaver. Fantastic. I love a cleaver shape. Very cool. What are we looking at here? Oh, boom. So the OG Nemley has a CPM 20V blade. You've got this black PVD coating on there. It says it's got the little info right there. The little Something Obscene punch. Very simple branding otherwise. Keeps it nice and clean. Kind of showcase just the actual style and shape of the knife rather than all the branding. We have a frame lock right there that I noticed I pushed on it a little bit and kind of put a little pressure on there and it didn't want to go right away. So if I'm like this as a lefty, kind of got to let off just a little bit. Righty, that's not really an issue. Boom, that flipper tab flips it out nice. Wow, that beefy shape on that cleaver. Sick. This kind of dual grind. Get a little bit more of a, is that like a hollow at the end? It is. So it's kind of like a straight right here, and then you just get that hollow grind for that smooth finish on the end. You can see it right there. Ooh. That's a slicer. You can also get in that lightning bolt, that fuller hole to flick it out. It's interesting. They actually have a few different versions. I think, like I said, this Nemley, what is this? This is the OG Nemley. Like the Nemley 2 is very similar, but I think the lightning bolt on that one is down here. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but it's something like that. There are definitely some that lightning bolt fuller hole is more in the traditional spot rather than out on the end. Although out on the end like that, you get down there. Whoops, I kind of missed that time. And you can flick it out. So it does work. Otherwise, that flipper tab is easy access. Gets in there nice. Drops shut pretty good. It's got some good action. Fun stuff today. Has purple haze fat carbon. Really cool. Though you can see when I twist that around to kind of showcase the way that fat carbon works. It's got that kind of shiny in certain sections. Kind of changes and flows as you look at it at different angles with that purple in it. Very cool. You've got the titanium on the frame lock side. And then it looks like it's got that titanium anodized ring around the pivot on both sides. A nice little accent. Jeez. Jeez, dropping Mr. Eddie's knife here. Right on the nice soft leather. I am generally more into symmetry and having knives be kind of the same on both sides. I know when you're looking at a titanium kind of style frame lock, often you're going to get this kind of a look where you got your show side. This one, the show side's got that fat carbon piece, nice and clean. Can't swap the pocket clip to the other side, so you got that nice, smooth, clean surface. And then the frame lock side's got the clip, and then obviously it's different. That's all titanium, and it's got that nice anodized purple, and it's kind of been weathered and worn because it's been used and touched and held. And anodizing does kind of wear in like that. I think it looks nice, though. It's cool. What's everyone feel about knives that have two completely different kind of scales on them? Comment below. All right. Enjoying these Mr. Eddie unboxings? Almost done with them, actually. Hit that like button if you do. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. All right. Blade is centered very nicely right in the middle there. There you can showcase that hollow grind on the end. You can see it a lot better when it's in there like that. Lockup. Blade is solid, not going anywhere. Nice and solid inside there. That flick out is kind of fun from out there like that. There are some aggressive, kind of deep cut jimps. Not a lot of them, but the way this kind of ramps up, kind of curves up for that cleaver, kind of feels nice because you can feel as it's riding up, it kind of settles your thumb into that spot. There is kind of a smaller, this is one of those faux, I call them kind of a faux choke up spot, although it's probably a legit choke up for someone with a smaller hand. I get my finger in there. Actually, it doesn't feel too bad. I don't feel like I'm going to cut myself on that spot right there. But I have larger hands, and so I usually appreciate that when it's a little bit bigger. Like, see this one on the pyrite, how it kind of sticks out a little bit more. I'm a little bit more of a fan when those are a little bit larger, but that's not so bad. Excuse me. Does feel nice in the hand. The shape of the handle, it's interesting. I do have that larger hand, but I can kind of forces your hand up in here because of this notch, and you lose part of that. But my hand does fit in there. This whole section kind of hangs out. You could kind of loosen up the grip and let it drop and let that nub fit between those two fingers. That actually feels really nice as well for that larger hand. So actually, that's not bad because you can get right up there like that. That feels nice and good. But right down there does, this is, I like it. I feel like that's kind of weird because it swoops up so much. You feel like you're really kind of getting your finger out there. Maybe someone with a smaller hand, when they get it right there, might feel really good. Those jimps are nice, though. Let's get some real good close-ups here. Boom. Nice looking finish on that blade. That fat carbon showcase the knife really nice. I think it's very fitting with this particular knife. You got that real clean frame lock side. You can see how shiny that purple was at one time in there before anyone touched it. Got these little jumps back here. Don't really feel those as much because they kind of recess down in there. I don't really notice it as much like that. Ooh, if I were holding it like this, though, you can feel them in your thumb there. But normal use, for as aggressive and deep as they are, they kind of recess in there. You don't really notice it much. But I guess I can kind of feel it right there on my hand. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, let's get down to the nitty and the gritty. Overall length, so it's definitely full size, about 8.5 from tip to tip. Blade, depending on where they're going to get that measurement, you could say it's 4 inches. You could even say it's 4 1/4 at certain spots, or as short as 3 6/8. Blade cutting surface is just about 3 5/8, And it's almost straight, but not quite. I don't know if you can tell on there, but it is not completely flat. There you can see on the side of the box, it has just a little bit of curve to that belly. Not bad. It's mostly straight though. And the handle with that long kind of butt end, 4 3/4 basically. All right. So we're looking at about a full-size knife. It looks like the blade stock is a little bit thicker. Most of them are between 11, 12, 13. Looks like this one is 15. So that is definitely a thicker blade. But by doing that hollow grind up at the tip, that's going to relieve some of that thickness of that extra thick 0.15 blade. Handle looks like it's about a half. Yeah, 0.53. Pretty standard for a handle thickness. 0.7 with that pocket clip section. And let's get, I'm going to close this up just for a moment here. Get ourselves a weight. 5.13, full-size knife. It's definitely got a little mass to it. 3.67 on the normal pyrite, my standard comparison knife. 5.13, I'm going to put it next to the Mastodon. So the Mastodon is bigger, but it's a little bit heavier. 5.7. All right. So, oops, I missed, of course. So like I said, I usually, wow, I'm struggling today. Compare everything with the Pyrite. CJRB Pyrite is a nice, not quite full-size knife, everyday carry. Very comparable in size to a lot of common knives that people have, so I use that as my main base. She's a little dirty. Good user, though. If you're looking for a nice button lock, everyday user, they have a lot of variety and styles on the Pyrite. It's a great knife. Handle's about a 1/2 inch longer. Blade's about a 1/2 inch longer, so it definitely... The OG Nemley is a full-sizer compared to that Pyrite right there. I do like my cleaver style. This is the Civivi Mastodon. Probably the most comparable knife I had to this one. If you really like that OG Nemley, but you can't quite afford the price tag on that, you can get yourself a Civivi Mastodon for significantly less. I don't know what these are going for right now, but it's probably in that $50, $60 range. It is definitely a larger cleaver folding style knife. And it does have the whole weight out on the end. You can flick it out. I did it with my ring finger that time. This one, the blade is very comparable. Cutting surface is almost the same, maybe a little bit more curve on the Mastodon. And the handle is probably a 1/2 inch larger on that Mastodon as well. Pretty similar knife though, all in all. Boom. Another cleaver I've got, of course, you got to get the mini Corvid cleaver by Concept. This thing is super cool. Just kind of more novelty, obviously, because it's so small, but this is a solid functioning cleaver. I mean, it works good. It does have a front flipper. It does have a fuller. I have a large hand, so I have a little bit harder time flicking it out, but you can fuller flick it out. You can front flip the thing. Hold on, I'll try it. Oops, since we're here. Boom. Just tiny, but it gets dwarfed by that OG Nemley. Of course it does. Why wouldn't it? Something Obscene is 100% correct with this knife right here. Who's got one? You love it? Comment below. Extra special thanks to Mr. Eddie. I'm almost done with the Eddie box. Like I said, check out his channel. You can watch my playlist link below as well. He has many interesting knives in there, kind of like this. Oops, geez, I am all over today. Like this cicada. Check the video for it up out here. Really cool, crazy looking knives in that Mr. Eddie playlist. Check them out. If you're interested in getting something obscene, check out that OG Nemley. Stay sharp. See you soon.